Hey everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today I am joined by registered nutritionist Sarah Jackson, and this is part of my #Actual Nutritionist series, in which I talk to different registered nutritionists about the various types of roles that they play, just the various jobs and the roles in society. So Sarah, what are your qualifications and what inspired you to become a nutritionist?
Well, I kind of fell upon nutrition really. It was not some really romantic story of me wanting to, when I was 3, like reaching for the scales and weighing out different foods. It was more in sixth form when I met with my career advisor and did all the quizzes of what career you should go down, and nutrition was just like the predominant one. So I was really into like the gym and trying to cook when I was like 16, 17, but it was nothing ever really that passion. So I went and looked at different universities, and then I ended up going to Leeds Beckett University doing public health and nutrition, and then the rest is history really. I graduated from there, become an associate nutritionist. There was quite a lot of courses at the time that wasn't accredited by the Association for Nutrition, so the one at Leeds Beckett was something that really pushed me to do that, even like back then when it probably wasn't as big as it is now. So yeah, as soon as I graduated from there, I was an associate nutritionist.
So you did a BSc?
Yes, BSc, yeah, yep. Science degree, public health nutrition.
Okay. So what does your work as nutritionist involve?
I'm quite lucky really, because I work for quite a big restaurant and pub chains, and we have about 16, 17 brands. So for me, no day is ever the same.
That is amazing.
Yeah, it's like, it suits me perfectly. So I suppose the main part of my job is working with development chefs. Work from right at the beginning of like a brief from the brands, to then developing recipes and tweaking them to make sure they meet government standards or internal policies. We've got 2 internal policies that are quite big for nutrition, which is healthier options and the children's, that's quite big on our agenda, and children's menus. So I work with them to develop the right recipes to meet the 5-a-day claim or sugar and salt targets, and then just work through from that stage right up until when the guest has like the food in front of them on the plate, and the nutrition guides that they get guest-facing nutrition information now. So that long process sounds really simple when I put it like that, but actually
it's actually a lot of work.
Yeah, it's about 6 months,
wow.
And for like say like 16 brands, so it's quite complicated along the way. There's always like a few hiccups, but it's good to have a nutritionist involved right from the beginning right to the end. And then from then, when we've got the nutrition information, we then work with marketing, which is probably one of the most important jobs.
That's probably also quite challenging.
Yeah, it can be, because marketing are very creative, and that's their job as marketers. But then sometimes you've got the legal side of things and the science side of things, and I feel for them as well, because I want to see all these amazing things, which you only have to walk down the high street in like London or Manchester, and you see like a chalkboard that's out with, this is going to cure you of everything, and it's like the best thing in the world. And obviously, because that might just be a one-off kind of cafe or restaurant, it's not as heavily looked upon as they like our business, which is quite big. So if we do anything wrong, then rightly so, we get pulled up on it. So yeah, that's quite a challenging thing, just to make sure that everything that we're saying meets the EU regulations and the nutrition and health claim regs. Or if that's something that marketing wants to do, making sure that we can adjust the dish to actually meet that claim. Sending egg off to the lab again to make sure it's like triple checked for a high protein claim.
It sounds like you're doing a lot then. So
yeah.
Just to clarify, so you're not freelance, you're employed.
Yes, I'm employed, which I think is quite different for a lot of nutritionists in the out-of-home consultants. So my company quite lucky that, well, I think they are, because they've got an in-house nutritionist. So now, but I think because there's so many brands and they do take nutrition quite seriously, it was just in their best interest to have a full-time nutritionist. And I'm never quiet, I'm always busy. So I actually definitely justify my job.
Yeah. Have you ever done anything else in the past, or is this the main thing you've done since graduating?
No, I worked for the NHS for a little bit for the MEND programme, so that was really lovely, because it carried on from my degree in public health, which I did really love that side of it. So I did that for a bit. I did a bit of freelance work in between, so working for private nurseries or gyms and going to schools and doing talks, which was all just about food education rather than dictating what people should eat.
Yeah.
And then I got my first career job, should I say, into the food nutrition side at Heinz. So I worked for Heinz for 12 months, and that was definitely the transition between love of public health to food nutrition. But it was good, and I've learned so much that I didn't necessarily do at university just because it was so different, and then now I've registered as a nutritionist in food nutrition, so I've definitely done like the nice side to what could be seen as the bad side for some people. Yeah, definitely. But it's not, I promise, it's definitely not.
So what is your favourite part about being a nutritionist?
Not only do I get to eat food a lot, I can talk about food a lot, which is definitely a highlight for me. I think when I was doing the public health side, I love that, and I think you work with you're more face to face with people. But I do love working in the out of home as a registered nutritionist, because them slight tweaks that we make to recipes, that extra portion of veg that we throw in a recipe, the amount of meals that we sell to like the general public, it's actually having an effect.
So you actually make a real difference on a population level.
I hope so. That's my aim. That's why I'm there. So I think we do like quite a lot of social media campaigns and marketing campaigns about food education as well. So I think just making people know what's in the food, and that I'm comparing it to at home now, so there's different things, but just giving people different variety when they're eating out for special diets or nutrition. I just think that's really rewarding to know that people can eat healthily when they go out, because it's such a big thing now. I think it's like a quarter of calories are eaten out of home, so it's really important to be like a registered nutritionist.
Yeah, absolutely. So why is it important to you to be a registered nutritionist?
For me, I always throw it in everyone's face that I'm a registered nutritionist, but only because it's kind of for me a gold standard with nutrition, so it keeps me up to date with any literature. Definitely makes me read things about 4,000 times before I ever let it go anywhere out of my eyesight, and just to make sure that all, like I say, these chalkboards that aren't having all these ridiculous health claims, that things that are in the media at the moment, just making sure that if a registered nutritionist is out there and doing that work, then you know that you can trust a registered nutritionist.
Definitely agree. And finally, what is one thing you wish you'd known before becoming a nutritionist?
That it's very complex, and that I think when I went to uni and started doing it, I thought it was going to be really fun and cool degree, and like everyone's going to want it because it sounds really good. And then I wish I would have known that you just never stop learning when you leave university. Like if you want to be a nutritionist, you've got to be prepared to study for life, because there is no one size fits all, or there's no simple answer to anything. And
so true.
I just think that it's fun as it is, and it is a really cool career to have, but definitely don't think it's all fluffy and posting cool pictures all the time, because it's not, is it? You've literally got to read so many journals and reviews and just keep up with everything. But yeah, I think that's probably the thing I would definitely tell myself at 18.
Amazing. Well, thank you so much for joining me today and making this video. If you want to find out more about Sarah, you can find out in the links below. She does have a life outside nutrition as well on social media, so I'll be sharing those links below so you can find out more. And yeah, thank you for joining me, and I'll see you guys next time. Okay, bye.
Bye.